The heartbreaking saga of Wendy Williams continues to unravel, leaving fans and critics deeply concerned about the iconic talk show host's well-being. Once a vibrant and commanding force in daytime television, Wendy's life has taken a tragic turn, with devastating reports suggesting she's now battling alcohol-induced dementia. This debilitating condition has allegedly left her unable to walk, talk, or think clearly. The once bold and unfiltered media queen, who redefined daytime TV, is now a shadow of her former self, struggling to manage even the simplest tasks. Her decline has reignited heated debates over her care, the motives of those closest to her, and the exploitation she has endured, particularly in the wake of Lifetime's controversial 2024 documentary, Where is Wendy Williams? The revelations about Wendy's health became even more troubling when her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., spoke out about her deteriorating condition. Kevin Jr., who has always appeared to care deeply for his mother, revealed shocking details about her current state. He described how Wendy has been stripped of resources and surrounded by people who seem more interested in profiting from her downfall than in genuinely supporting her recovery. He painted a picture of a woman who has been left permanently incapacitated, unable to advocate for herself, and now reliant on others for even basic care. While Kevin Jr.'s intentions appear to be rooted in love, his involvement has sparked division among fans. Wendy's supporters are torn. Some applaud him for speaking up and shining a light on his mother's struggles, while others question whether his concerns stem more from a loss of access to Wendy's wealth than genuine care for her well-being. Wendy has long been known to lavish Kevin Jr. with financial support, funding his education and lifestyle well into adulthood. Critics argue that his recent outcry coincides suspiciously with the drying up of Wendy's financial resources. Yet Kevin Jr. insists his mother's support was always voluntary and driven by her desire for him to have the best opportunities in life. Much of this turmoil has been amplified by Lifetime's Where is Wendy Williams? The controversial documentary aired in early 2024, and it left fans shocked, heartbroken, and outraged. The film showcased Wendy's sharp decline, revealing intimate and vulnerable moments that many viewers felt should never have been made public. Clips from the documentary show Wendy in a state of confusion, struggling to understand basic events or concepts. In one particularly jarring scene, Wendy asks about the Oscars as though she had no understanding of what the prestigious event entailed, a far cry from the sharp, culturally plugged-in Wendy that millions adored. The backlash against the documentary was swift and fierce. Critics slammed Lifetime for exploiting Wendy during one of the most vulnerable periods of her life. The network claimed that Wendy gave her consent and was listed as an executive producer of the film, but those claims have been thrown into question. Wendy's court-appointed legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has since filed a lawsuit arguing that Wendy was diagnosed with early-onset dementia and aphasia as early as 2022. The lawsuit contends that Wendy lacked the mental capacity to approve the documentary, accusing Lifetime of knowingly exploiting her condition for profit. The financial disparity is staggering. While the network reportedly earned millions from the project, Wendy herself allegedly received a mere $85,000. Fans have expressed their disgust with Lifetime's decision to proceed with the project. "I couldn't even finish watching the documentary. It felt invasive and cruel," one viewer shared online. Another added, "Wendy deserves dignity and privacy, not this exploitative mess that reduces her to a spectacle." These sentiments reflect a broader frustration with how Wendy's struggles have been turned into entertainment fodder. Rather than focusing on her recovery, it seems those around her are content to capitalize on her misfortune. Wendy's former manager and team have also come under fire for their roles in pushing her back into the public eye when she clearly needed care and rest. At one point, it was even suggested that Wendy was ready to launch a podcast, a claim that sparked widespread backlash. Many saw the podcast announcement as further evidence that Wendy is being treated as a commodity rather than as a person in desperate need of compassionate support. "She's not a paycheck," one fan wrote. "Wendy is sick, and these people need to stop pushing her toward projects she's incapable of managing." At the heart of Wendy's tragic decline is the question of who truly has her best interests at heart. Her son, Kevin Jr., has positioned himself as her advocate, voicing concerns over the exploitation and neglect his mother has faced. However, his role has been met with skepticism. Critics argue that Kevin Jr.'s history of financial dependence on Wendy complicates his credibility. Some question whether his concerns are motivated by the potential loss of access to Wendy's remaining assets rather than a genuine desire to help her heal. Complicating matters further is the presence of Kevin Hunter Sr., Wendy's ex-husband, whose role in her downfall remains a sore point for fans. During their tumultuous marriage, Kevin Sr.'s infidelity and alleged misuse of Wendy's finances led to public humiliation and personal devastation for Wendy. Fans fear that Kevin Sr. may attempt to regain influence over Wendy's affairs, particularly as her son becomes more vocal about her care. For many, Kevin Sr.'s history makes him an untrustworthy figure who should have no role in Wendy's life moving forward. Wendy's legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, is tasked with protecting her finances and interests. Yet even Sabrina's involvement has faced scrutiny. Comparisons to Britney Spears' controversial conservatorship have been made, with some fans questioning whether Wendy's guardianship truly serves her best interests. Sabrina's lawsuit against Lifetime has been framed as an effort to hold exploitative parties accountable, but it has also raised concerns about whether Wendy's autonomy is being completely stripped away. Meanwhile, Wendy's family has expressed a desire to take over her care, claiming they would provide her with a more nurturing and supportive environment. However, fans remain divided on this issue as well. Wendy's family's track record raises questions about their ability to manage her care and assets responsibly. The risk of financial mismanagement looms large, leaving supporters unsure of who, if anyone, can truly be trusted to look out for Wendy's well-being. The story of Wendy Williams is a sobering reminder of how quickly fame and fortune can unravel. At her peak, Wendy was a cultural powerhouse, bold, brash, and unafraid to speak her mind. She redefined daytime television, turning The Wendy Williams Show into a must-watch platform for celebrity gossip and unfiltered commentary. Her charisma and fearlessness made her an icon, but the struggles she battled behind the scenes, addiction, betrayal, and declining health, ultimately proved overwhelming. The diagnosis of alcohol-induced dementia is particularly devastating. Medical experts note that the condition is progressive and irreversible, often leading to severe cognitive decline, memory loss, and an inability to perform basic functions. For Wendy, this means her current state of confusion and vulnerability is likely to worsen over time. Fans who have followed her journey for years are grappling with the heartbreaking reality that the Wendy Williams they knew and loved may never return. Social media has been flooded with emotional responses to Wendy's situation. "She gave us everything she had, and now she's left with nothing," one fan lamented. Wendy Williams deserved better, from her team, her family, and everyone around her. Another user added, "It's a tragedy to see someone who was so powerful reduced to this. She deserved to be cared for, not exploited." As Wendy's legal battles play out and questions over her care remain unanswered, the future feels uncertain. What is clear, however, is that Wendy Williams deserves dignity, compassion, and protection. Her legacy as a trailblazer in the entertainment industry cannot be erased, and fans will continue to celebrate the impact she made during her time in the spotlight. The fight for Wendy's dignity continues, and those responsible for her care must remember the human being behind the headlines. Wendy's story is not just a cautionary tale about fame. It's a reminder that every individual, no matter how strong they may appear, deserves respect, support, and love in their most vulnerable moments. What are your thoughts on Wendy Williams' heartbreaking decline? Do you think Lifetime's documentary was exploitative, or did it shed necessary light on her struggles? Who do you believe should take charge of Wendy's care, her son, her family, or her legal guardian? Share your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for updates on this ongoing saga. Wendy Williams may be facing her darkest chapter, but the fight for her dignity is far from over.